Hey, what's good? It's Andrew from ProducerSociety.com. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a country song in Garageband. And so right away I'm just going to talk to you about what gear I use to do this. I use an electric guitar, the PRS SE Custom 2.4. I also have the Fender acoustic. Frankly, I don't know what model this guitar is anymore, but I mean it does the job. It's a Fender, so it's not too bad of an instrument. And I also have an iRig HD2 interface. Now, in the case of that you want to record vocals, it's best to use a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. That's going to allow you to record the guitar and the vocals at the same time if you want to do it that way. And then I also highly recommend getting a pair of studio monitors. You could get the ATH M50X from Audio-Technica, or even go cheaper if you wanted the M30X. That's fine. I can vouch for both of those headphone pairs. They're good. I use them all the time. So yeah, that's what I've been using to make the country song. And in terms of the plugins, I recommend getting the Yojo Banjo. I use that as well. This is probably one of the best VSTs I've found for free in terms of instruments. It sounds really good, and it doesn't cost any money, so I'm really stoked about that. As usual, I'm going to put all the links and stuff in the video description, and the links to other videos and whatnot in case you need it, so don't worry about that. I also found the pedal steel from Uwe Engelmann. Shout out to Uwe. I don't know how to say your name, bro, but I found he made this VST for people on the Native Instrument forums. Admittedly, it's not the best. It doesn't sound amazing, but it's still a free pedal steel, and I can't really find a better one anywhere else. If you do want to get a pedal steel, you can get the one from Impact Soundworks. I have the link somewhere in my article. But in order to get this, you need to have Reactor 6. So if you want to get that for free, you can just download Complete Start from Native Instruments. I have a whole other tutorial on how to do that in a whole other article. And as I already said, the links will be in the video description, so it's all good. I also show you how to do it, how to install the pedal steel in case you do want to get it. And also you have the Serpo multi-instrument plugin from JD Tech. It has a harmonica, a theremin, a palm muted guitar, and a banjo. It has like 30 other instruments as well. But those are the instruments that are relevant to country music, I would say. You can probably find other sounds in this that would vibe with a country song as well. But those are just the ones that I've noticed. Admittedly, some of the instruments as part of this plugin, they're much better than others. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the harmonica is better than the theremin. And the palm muted guitar, it actually sounds pretty good. The palm muted guitar sounds good. Which reminds me, if you don't want to use a real guitar to make a country song in GarageBand, then what you can do is you can just download one from DSK. You can download their acoustic guitar plugin. That'll be in the video description as well. No worries. And I also recommend getting Melodyne 5. I recommend it for pretty much no matter what you're doing, just because it's such a great software for editing audio, especially if you're doing vocals. And, if you want to check out my article, which has all this information, I kind of touch on the music theory a little bit, the blues scale and its derivatives, the minor pentatonic, major pentatonic, the regular scales, how to make a chord progression. I really dive into it in a simple way. However, I'm not gonna bog down this video with that. I'm just gonna do a straight up tutorial on how I make a song in GarageBand. And so yeah, we're gonna get into that now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna load up GarageBand right now, so you can see my interface here. I'm gonna go into my preferences, input and output, and then so right now I'm just hooking up my Samson Q2 microphone. Normally I would say it's best to use a Shure SM58 or a condenser microphone hooked up to an audio interface to record an acoustic guitar, but yeah, normally I would do that, but for the sake of this tutorial, it's just much easier for me to do this, because frankly, I'm doing all these videos in a MacBook Pro, and honestly, like, I need a big computer to do this, because I'm running so many software at once that it's just difficult to, it's just kind of hard on the computer and I don't even have enough space for all of it anyway. Like, you should see my workspace right now, it's packed. But anyway, here's how I would record the guitar. I have a picture somewhere in here. Yeah, so I just have the Samson Q2U hooked into the laptop, and then my guitar right in front of it. You put the microphone right about to the 12th fret, I would say. That's like a common place to put it. And yeah, that's what I would do. So anyway, so I'm gonna start doing it right now. I'm gonna make something for you. I'm going to put the tempo to around 100 beats per minute. I think that sounds dope. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'm going to go into my preferences. I'm going to make sure that this is all ready. Input. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to make something right now. And as I mentioned before, it's best to have some studio monitors. That's gonna allow you to record, so you can actually hear what's going on, right? Or excuse me, it's gonna eliminate the audio bleed. So for instance, if I'm running a metronome in the background, you don't want that to bleed into your recording, so that's why you use headphones. And additionally, if you're playing along to a drummer track. So yeah, I would say, studio monitors are pretty much essential. So yeah, we're gonna do something right now. I turn this mic on. So yeah, another thing that I do is I put the cycle button on. That's gonna allow me to record it as many times as I need to, just in case that it doesn't sound that good. So yeah, that's in the key of B flat major. And I'm just going to have to figure out how to play that in a way that actually sounds good first. So we'll do that right now. So the point of the cycle button is just so that you can play it as many times as you need to, So there we go, that sounded all right. So we're going to load that in right now. Make sure to turn the audio button on so it doesn't destroy the microphone audio. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to throw a quick compressor on that quickly, just to get the volume up and also to get it sound a little better. You can just go acoustic guitar, maybe turn the gain up on it a little bit. So yeah, we got a riff now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to load up the drummer track. So we're going to use Austin within the singer-songwriter category. I find that he sounds pretty good for country. Even his presets kind of have a country sounding name. So we'll just see what they sound like. So yeah, that sounds all right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pan this to about 40, and then I'm going to go to a new track with duplicate settings. And then we're actually going to record a different one. We're going to record the same riff, but we're going to record it so there's two recordings of essentially the same riff. And another thing that's worth doing is you can actually re-record the riff along with the drummer track after you figured it out. I find that that's a really useful thing. I don't know where I put my pick. Here it is. It's really useful for just like doing a redraft so it actually sounds good. You know what I mean? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna plug this back in and we're gonna record the other side. So there we go. Now we got the second one in. I'm going to show you what that sounds like because I understand that you can't hear it when I put the headphones in. So there we go. So now we got a main riff created. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to load in my guitar, my electric guitar, and we're just going to fill out some more space. That's not really a good way of putting it. I mean, I'm just gonna add more vibes to it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna plug in my electric guitar now, and we'll see what we can make with that. Probably gonna run out of space on this computer again, but that's all right. Yeah, so we'll do that. So plugged in. Go down to preferences. We're going to change that to this. Yeah. So the song is in B flat major. All right, so let's just record something like that. All right, we'll see how that sounds. There we go. So we got a main riff created. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to create another riff. We're going to create the chorus, however you say it. Let's get this. There we go. Yes, Q2U. Let's get this bad boy running. So we're gonna put the cycle button on again. Yeah, 9:18. We'll do that, and then we're gonna record a new one. So we're gonna make sure we have the metronome on. All right, so let's record something else. Yeah. So there we go. That's kind of like a riff. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna roll up the drummer track on it right now, and we're gonna get something happening. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we're probably gonna re-record it just so it fits the vibe of the drummer track that we've created. So let's try that out right now. So I don't like that. So yeah, I like that drummer track with that riff. However, we're gonna record it so it actually goes with the song now. So yeah, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to listen to the product after how it sounds when I'm done recording it. But you'll be able to hear the acoustic guitar. So see how that sounds. So yeah, I like that. However, I'm going to re-record it one more time just to get it to sound a little better. Here we go. So there we go. Let's see how that sounds now. All right, so now we like to have the main song pretty well. So I'm actually gonna record another riff. We're gonna record like another guitar for the chorus. So we're gonna come up with the riff for that and see what we can do. So let's get another guitar happening right now. Yeah, we'll do something like that. think I like that one a little better. We're gonna go with that. So yeah, we're gonna turn the volume down on that though, because that's gonna be more of like a background riff, you know what I mean? So we got something going now. Just in case that you want a preset that you can use for playing the guitar, just go into clean guitar and then go choose chicken pickin'. That's a good one for country music, as you can probably tell by the name. And but I'm using the Line 6 pod, so that's why that's why I don't really need to mess around with the presets too much. But yeah, so if you don't have a pod or an amp modeler of some kind, you can just use that and it'll sound pretty good. But anyway, so I think we got some basic riffs happening now. So from here, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut to the next part of the video, and now we're going to get into like using a MIDI keyboard and filling out some more instruments and getting some more stuff happening. Okay? All right. All right, so we're back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some other instruments. We're going to fix this up. We're going to add some other stuff to it to see if we can get it to sound a little better. You know, add some the harmonica and maybe a banjo, and we'll probably add some upright bass and other stuff to it as well. So let's get right to it. Let's play it now that we have some superior audio. Now you're going to notice that it's going to sound a lot better because I'm not recording it with an external mic anymore. So first things first, let's label this. So this is the banjo, right? Let's label the banjo. And then what's this? This is a harmonica. Admittedly, Serpo's harmonica is not the best, but it's free. So, and this is the pedal steel. This is the pedal steel that's loaded into Reactor 6 from Native Instruments. So anyway, let's just let's come up with something. Let's come up with a banjo riff. So yeah, let's just make something up right now. I don't like that already. So we're actually gonna loop it, and then we're gonna come up with something. So yeah, kind of like what that sounded like. However, now let's try it quantized and we'll see what that sounds like. We'll quantize all those notes, snap it onto grid, and see what it sounds like. So we're just switching the notes around right now. This one note, I think it sounds better if it was just a little off time. Yeah, sounds better. So now we're going to loop that. And we're going to turn the volume down as well, because it's a background instrument. All right, so we got a nice little banjo riff now. Now let's throw in some bass. We need some bass frequencies in this. Let's get an upright bass happening. That kind of has a country vibe sometimes. We'll probably just do like a walking bass line and just like descend down the B flat major scale. So yeah, let's come up with something right now. For whatever reason, the speakers just cut out. I don't know why, but... All right, so now we got some more instruments happening, starting to sound more like a real song, you know? Now the harmonica isn't the greatest, but you can probably make up something for it, you know? Probably just throw in a few notes in there just to liven it up a bit. So actually, I'm not feeling the harmonica too much, so we're probably going to skip that altogether. So that's what the pedal steel sounds like. So you make what you will of that. Yeah, we could probably do something with that. So yeah, let's drop the volume down by quite a bit. And then we'll just do like a one note thing. So there we go. Let's go with something like this. We're going to drop it down even more because it's too loud. Then we're going to record something. There we go. So now we're going to loop that bad boy. We're going to go like this. Now we got a pedal steel happening. For some reason, my speakers keep cutting out. I don't know why. It's very weird. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that, guys. My speakers keep cutting out. I don't know. I don't know why. Nothing. I think it's because I'm just not using a powerful enough computer. Like, it just can't handle all the stuff that I'm trying to do at once. So anyway, I think that's all for now. I'm getting kind of frustrated with all these technical problems. So I guess I'm just gonna show you what the end result of this kind of sounds like. Yeah, I don't know why it cuts out like that. There we go. It cuts out again. I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of how I would make a country song in GarageBand. You know, in the future, I'm going to get a more powerful computer, and then we'll actually be able to handle all this stuff. But anyway, you know, I hope this was helpful to you. It just kind of goes to show that, you know, if you can just throw in a few guitar riffs as well as a drummer track, you can get a pretty decent sounding track, you know. And this is just something that I kind of cooked up for you, you know, with a lot of work and, you know, with more time and dedication to each thing, including like transition phrases between the verse and the chorus, and, you know, intro, you know, outro, etc., etc. You know, you can do a lot more. Additionally, as I talked about in my metal article, you want to separate your drum track too for mixing. So what that means is that you just go, so let's go software instrument track. I've already touched on this in other videos, but either way, you just go like that, and then you get the actual MIDI notes of your drum kit, and then you separate the drum, each part of the drum kit, and then you mix them accordingly, and then you panel the instruments, add all the dynamics, processors, etc., etc. And then finally you mix the file, and then you master it, and then you can get something that sounds pretty dope in the end. Similar to the metal video that I did recently, I'll probably do a video on how to mix them too in GarageBand, just to give you an idea how to get it sounding good in the end. But anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. Make sure you like and subscribe like I put in the beginning of the video. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. All right? Peace.